I'm the Naked FireFly and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if this is not the first time you've been here. So today is day 3 of the Refresh Me challenge, and let's just say I feel a whole lot better. The first day was rough because I did not go to bed at 10. It was just busy. We were all over the place. Everything was just hectic. And then later on that night, though, I did get to go to bed early. I got to go to bed at 9:41, but that's only because the baby, I don't know if she was going through some emotional early teenage things. I don't know. All I know is that she held me hostage. And so I couldn't leave her side. And I ended up falling asleep beside her. But that was okay, because then when I woke up on day 2, I felt refreshed. And then last night, I unfortunately got to go to bed a little bit after 10, but that's only because one of the other ones decided that it was their turn. So I couldn't do my normal nightly routine. The first day I did not get to do yoga. Last night I got to do yoga. However, I still did not get to bed early like I wanted to, because like I said, the only thing I can say that actually has been going right is the water intake. I have been drinking, I don't have it with me, strange, a 1 liter bottle. I've just been filling that up with water, and 1 liter is about 4, almost 5 cups, if I did the math right, I think. And so I need about a gallon a day just to feel refreshed and to feel like everything is, being cleansed. And so we're looking at four of those, like 4 liters. I think I did that math right. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Also, being able to meditate and just take a time to stop and pause. That has been wonderful to be able to do. That is, even though it's been day 3, it's been really insightful to be able to do that. I've also been able to do some writing. As a matter of fact, I have a writer's meeting to go to tonight, and we're supposed to be doing like small little paragraphs for prompts. And I think I've only done 1. There's supposed to be 3 of them, and I have to do the other 2. So hopefully the other 2 sound like I actually put some effort into it. Also, I've been working on my other projects, and that has been lovely as well as getting ideas for new projects. So summarizing those and putting those to the side until I finish the ones that I have done. I've also gone back to start working on the edits for my romance, The Healer's Love. I'm done with the beta readers and everything, and got their feedback. And so I'm now working on that. Plus I'm finding some things on my own that I'm kind of like, I probably could have added or taken that out or something. So I'm working on that as well. I'm hoping that the rest of the month is actually more, that it reveals some more things, and that I can admit that just from the water intake, I feel a lot better, because when I first moved here, I had gained weight to the point that I wear waist beads, and my waist beads were getting tight to the point that I was like, oh, I had to push them above my belly. And I'm just like, oh, that's not good. But just within these 3 days, well, I guess 2 technically, really, just within the 2 days, my waist beads have been extremely loose. Like, they're hanging down to my hips, and I'm just like, time to retighten them. And that has been good. That's made me feel good. So not only will I be doing my yoga, but I know I'm going to have to do it this week and next week, because then the week after that, there will be no internet for our family, because of the week of energy. But I probably get back into the weight training that I was doing before I got pregnant, and that actually made me feel better and made me feel more toned and lifted. So I'll probably be doing that as well. I haven't decided. Hopefully, if everything keeps going as smoothly as it has been, that it will pan out. I will say that on some of the feedback for the romance, a lot of my readers did not care for the hero. And I guess it's because even though he was this kind person, you can tell he obviously loved the heroine. Like, you couldn't really figure out his motivation. And I think that's where I kind of messed up at. Because like I originally said, Hero's Love, I think I said in previous videos, Hero's Love originally started off as a woman's fiction book. So of course the women were fleshed out. The hero, not so much. It kind of turned into a romance, and that's only because I wanted to focus more on the romance. So I'm going back to work on that. The romance that I was working on, or the romance series that I was working on for Nano, that's actually coming along pretty well. And I didn't get to post last Wednesday. Things were just crazy. Every Wednesday I'm posting like a new chapter to that series. It's unedited. I just wanted to do it. I know it's probably a hot mess, and I know I'm probably gonna take it down and redo it and put it back up, but I just wanted to share with others what I was doing for that, and I'm going to finish it. The fantasy is actually going very, very well. I'm actually loving it. I actually thought of a children's book for my 2 youngest daughters, and I don't want to reveal any details about it yet, but I started planning that out as well as the fantasy for the 2 older girls. But I think the children's book for the 2 younger ones will probably be out before the other ones. That one I know I want to have done and just have them to have, just so that they can pass on to their children. The prompt paragraphs for the writers meeting that we're supposed to have tonight, I actually have been looking at one of them that I wrote, and I kind of want to use it for a short story to add to my short story collection. I actually fell in love with it when I wrote it. And then the other 2 prompts are actually pretty nice. And actually, I think I'm going to use one of the other prompts too for my short story collection. I haven't decided yet. I'll probably tweak it a bit. But other than that, everything has been going well. We're settling in nicely. It's cold. Somebody rescue me. I do miss home. If I had to say that, I do miss home because of the convenience of all the stores that I knew where to go to. Like, they have a natural food store here. I just haven't gone to it yet, but it's not convenient. Whereas back home, it was like right there beside one of my other stores that I went to. Like, I had a routine. And also things are so much easier to find. Like, a lot of the things over here, if I can't find it, I have to try to persuade the store owners to try to order it, or go to the base and see if they'll want to order it as well. And it's one of those, like, they might order it, but they might not, because they're not sure how it will be received by others. But I'm just like, trust me, dude, somebody here is looking for this. If they're not, it's because they probably just resorted just to going to Amazon, because they just figured, why bother? Other than that, I do miss the warmth, but I know right now North Carolina is kind of cold. But I'm sure it's warmer there than it is here. We did get snow briefly on Monday. I think it was Sunday or Monday. We got snow briefly, but then it melted and turned in. Yeah, it was Sunday. Sunday we got snow briefly. Monday it turned into just frost. I know it was probably icy in some areas, but thankfully I was not in those areas. And yeah, I've come to realize also that from this Nano thing is that, because now that I have more people in my family, there are gonna be days that I'm not gonna be able to write every day. So I've resorted to just doing, if I can get at least 4 days a week done, then I'm happy. But I try to at least write at least 6 days a week and try to give myself a day off. And I know I'm definitely going to do that for this month. I'm going to definitely use my one day, which would be my Sunday, to just pamper myself and do whatever I want. And everybody needs to just leave me alone. And that will be my day where it's just like, anything goes, whatever. And then the rest of the time it's, work and school and all that other stuff. But other than that, I hope if you are joining me on the Refresh Me Challenge, that you are having it well, like, doing the water intake, taking a day just for yourself, no matter what day of the week it is, and just doing you. I'm still writing, so if you're thinking that I've stopped, no, I haven't. But if you feel like that you don't want to write for the Refresh Me Challenge, then don't. There's nothing wrong with that. Also, just take care of yourself overall, and just affirm yourself, basically, that even if you didn't finish Nano, that you did something and you finished something, even if it's not completely like the 50,000 words, but you finished something, you got something on paper. And also not to beat yourself up, because maybe life happens, family emergencies and all that other stuff. It doesn't mean that you're any less of a writer. It just means that you're a human being and you know when to stop and to tend to others. I think sometimes as writers, we beat ourselves up, especially as creatives, not just writers, just creatives. We feel like if it's not done at a certain time because we let XYZ get involved, we feel guilty. Now, letting distractions like other people just bothering you, messing up your schedule, or letting other things get in your way and you know it and you're procrastinating, maybe that's something that you have to address with yourself. Sometimes we procrastinate because we're scared of something, or procrastinate because something's not vibing with us, like maybe our writing's not vibing with us and there's something that's missing, or we're really just not vibing with that project, period, and we probably just need to put it to the side and save it for like parts for another story. But sometimes it might be an internal issue, something that you need to address before you can actually get back to your writing. Because there's some people like myself who use writing as a therapeutic release. So I have to write. Not to write is, for me, it builds up a whole lot of tension, and I'm just not a nice person to be around when I'm not writing. And I know that about myself, but for some people, it's their career. For some people, it's just a way of doing things. For some people, it's not therapeutic. Maybe something else is. And that's what this Refresh Me challenge is. A time for us to stand back and just see that we are human. Yeah, we're the storytellers of our generation and of our culture, but we have to realize that at the end of the day, we're just normal human beings like everybody else, and that's okay. So I am going to sign off here because it's time for brunch, Miss Breakfast. I miss breakfast, and it's almost lunch. And I'm so proud of my children for even not coming up here to see what was going on. So I'm gonna go down there and feed them if they haven't torn my house apart. Happy writing, and tell me how your Refresh Me challenge is going if you're doing it down there in the comment area. Peace and love.